One of the most important things to be aware of your surroundings, to look. If something doesn't feel right, go with your gut instinct. If it doesn't look right, go with your gut instinct. And I know that sounds very, basic, but that's the truth. You need to be aware of what's around you. If someone appears to be following you, go the other direction. Go to a well-lit area if it's after dark. Go around a crowd, but just go with your gut feeling first and initially. And don't look like a victim is what I'm trying to say. A lot of times criminals will identify somebody that's, if you're walking down the sidewalk and you've got your purse on the street side, they'll drive by in a car and snatch your purse. Relocate it to the other side of your body. If you're going shopping, whether it's a Kroger, Walmart, or wherever, to take the items that you're going to spend, whether it's a debit card, credit card, or money, put it in the front pocket. And if you're a female carrying a purse, in your purse, have the stuff that's a little more easily replaceable. Don't have your checkbook, don't have your driver's license, have the combs, the brushes, the makeup, or the other stuff in there. So even if they do snatch your purse, you don't have to make 10 calls to cancel credit cards or debit cards. Carry the money or the debit cards, credit cards that you're going to use in a different location than your purse. And never fight someone over something that's trying to take for you. You don't own anything that's worth, in that aspect, fighting for. That's your life. I've seen people in my experience that have been dragged by a car because they held onto their purse and been seriously injured, when in essence all they had in there was their driver's license and $10 in cash. It wasn't worth them getting injured. Think ahead, plan ahead. When you go to Walmart or Kmart or the mall or wherever, people say, well, park as close to the store as you can. Park under a light. Well, most other people want to do the same thing. They want to park as close to the store or under a light. So we always recommend travel in pairs. 2 or 3 of you go to the store and be aware of what's around you. If you see somebody watching you, or if something, just like I said, doesn't feel correct, find a different location. Ask someone in most of the stores, they will walk you or escort you to your car. Get an escort. We even do an escort on campus now. If you're walking across campus, or if you're walking within a reasonable distance of campus, the police department will follow you and escort you back to your residence. In other words, think ahead, plan ahead, and be aware of what's going on. If they're trying to take physical stuff from you, whether it's your iPhone, your purse, your iPad, or your wallet, you give them that. The time that you decide to do anything and everything you can is if they're trying to physically remove you from that scene, because if they remove you from the scene, then they're totally in control and you don't know what's going on. That's the time. If you were in the parking lot of Walmart, one of the recommendations I've heard forever is blow the panic alert on your car. But it's become some commonplace now that all of us, what we do is we ignore them. The recommendation there is, if you're in a area that there are a lot of people, lay on the ground. It's hard to drag a body that's on the ground. Holler and scream, act like you're having a heart attack, have a seizure, because usually the most important thing is they don't want to cause attention to themselves. They're kind of like a roach. You turn the light on, they all scatter. It's the same principle. Call attention, let other people see what's going on. And of course, if you're in that situation and they're trying to physically remove you, you fight. I mean, try to create a disturbance, a scene where other people are paying attention. But if it comes right down to it, fight. And we're talking bite, gouge, and of course, do anything and everything you can to try to prevent from leaving the scene. As the shopping season is upon us for Christmas and Black Friday's coming up, it also is the shopping season for the criminals, because they know people are traveling with credit cards, debit cards, money on them, and they also know they got packages. So if you're planning to go in somewhere, if you're going from, say, the mall to another shopping area, put your packages in your trunk before you get there. Put your purse in the trunk before you get to where you're shopping, because people are watching parking lots. And so be aware of your surroundings and go ahead and make arrangements. Don't leave your purse in plain view. Don't leave anything in value inside the car, because it only takes a second to break a window. And as I alluded to earlier, if the car alarm's going off, most people don't even look anymore. We ignore it and walk on. So put all your stuff in the trunk or under a towel or whatever you need to do prior to getting there. Don't make a pattern. If you're shopping, going back in and out several times and somebody notices it, okay. Or if you go running every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning at the river walk, or walking every morning, if somebody sees you there regularly, then you can potentially become a victim because they know the pattern. Don't leave your doors unlocked. I mean, that sounds like common sense, but the truth is there's still a lot of thefts and out of cars where the car was never locked.